Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Joshua and this is Rooftop. In this workshop, we're going to be creating an acrylic painting, but this time it is a little lotus on a pond. So let's start and see how we go about it. Okay, so once again, I have my paper here ready with me. I'm doing it on an A5 sheet. So I'll start off by making a simple drawing on which I will start drawing the lotus. So before I start the lotus, I'll just draw a very rough shape as to where I want the lotus to be. So I'll just darken this a bit so you can see. So something like that. Inside here I want the lotus, and then this side I will add another leaf at the bottom, and then I will add this part right here, just like that. Okay, and then I think this much is enough for now, and then we can start with the lotus drawing. So I will start by drawing the bottom leaf first. Like this. Another leaf there. Like that. Then we can start drawing the other leaves that will fall on the back side. So I'll start off by just adding these smaller ones here. So you see, I'm not drawing it all the way down. Just like that. That should be good enough. And this one, I'll just widen this one a little bit. Okay. And then over here, we can start adding the other petals. Just like that. And one in the middle, this. There you go, like that. That should be good enough. And we can start painting the background first. So I'll take my palette here once again. As you can see, I like to really scrape off the paint, or you can even peel it rather. So that can only be done once the paint layer is thick enough. But okay. So now we have this here. We'll start with the background. So I will take some white paint once again. Let me just remove all this excess paint that I have stuck. Okay, like that. Clean my brush a little bit, remove any extra water. I'll take some white and a little bit of blue, not too much. I want it to be pretty bright. So not too much blue, not too little also. So start by putting a little bit of blue, and then you can start increasing the amount as you mix your paint. maybe a little bit more. So let's put it down and see. Yeah, that should be good enough. Okay, maybe I need to mix a little bit more paint. This is way too less. I'll just take some more like this. Pick a bit of this blue, maybe a little bit more blue. Mix it until the color is right. Yeah, there you go. It's okay if you go over the lotus, because we'll be painting over it later on, so that part will be covered up. I'll just cover this entire part blue first. Like that. That looks good. Okay, now I'll take a little bit more white, and this time a bit more blue also, and inside of this I will add a touch of red. That seems a little more than a touch, but we can adjust it. There's no issue as such. So I'll just move all this paint towards the center. Make sure you mix your paint properly. Okay, like that. Now I'll hold this part down and start painting this side right here. Okay, then I can take a little bit of white and just sort of blend it over here like this, and then I'll clean my brush. Take a bit of white, take a hint of blue. Now I'm doing this to blend this color here. So you see, very slightly, with very less pressure, just start blending this part here. Then I'll start taking this much higher. There you go, like that. Okay. And then I'll take some blue once again and some red, because now this side is going to get pretty dark over here on the right side. just like that. And we can leave a few brush strokes to sort of add this touch to it, you could say. I'll put a bit of some lighter strokes there, a few strokes this side. Okay. Just like that. And then I'll take some white once again. Make sure your brush doesn't have too much water in it. Okay, and then I can just start adding some sort of waves in between. Same thing here. Okay. Now we can start working on the leaves. Now you can see I'm switching palettes because these small palettes are not big enough to keep all the colors. So I will take some green color here, mix in a little bit of yellow, maybe a little bit of brown to get it a little darker shade. Just like this, and then I'll put this color here as well. So I'm starting with the dark and then I'm going towards the light. Like that. And the same thing over here also. Okay, like this. This is the table in case you're wondering. So I'll just move that to the side a little bit so it doesn't confuse you. Yeah. Now I can start working on the lotus. So I'm just putting down all the base color first. Over here we have quite a bit of pink inside. Like that. Yeah, that looks nice. And then the same thing here. And then a little bit over here as well, a few strokes. Now we can lighten up the color. So I'll take more white and mix it in here. I'll take a little bit of blue also to give it this slightly purple violet kind of color. Yeah, like this. Just like that, a little bit down here. Now I can start adding a little bit of white also. Like that. And then we can paint all the petals one color, so then it'll be a lot easier to add the other colors that will come onto it. Just like this. And make sure your color is mixed properly. And then we can start adding some highlights also. Oh, hello Kashinath. Now if you feel that your color is getting too dull, right, you can add a bit more red color into it. And then you can start painting these areas here like this. Just like that. And this part will be very light, so we're not going to focus on that right now. We're going to focus on the much darker areas, you could say. I see a lot of people watching you. Thank you. Well, I mean, that's the plan. But let's see where we go from here. So now I can start adding the much lighter colors here. Like this. That's a little too light, so I can take some color from there and mix it in here, if in case it gets, a little too light. Then we can just start adding in a little bit like that. Okay, and then the same color, actually no, we'll lighten this color up. We can put it in between here. Just like that. And once you've covered up most of this, I'll take just my white. Oh, I mixed some green in there by mistake. And then I'll start pulling this part down. So we have an even lighter pink in between. Then I can take this over here and then start giving it some outlines like that. And even put these outlines for this one here. So try to keep it as subtle as possible, not too much also. And then in the middle, just a few thin lines to show, the center part of the petal. Okay, now with this same remaining color, I can just add a few more lotuses. Just a few more petals, you could say. I'll put some here as well. Clean my brush. Then take this lighter color. Maybe you can just darken it a little bit so that we can have some contrast in between. Okay, I'll take some white. I'll put some in between right there. Okay, now I'll take this slight purple that I made. I'll add a small reflection like on the water. Like that. Then I can take some green color also and put it towards the edges over here. So you see, I'm taking very little color that I have I'm just spreading them out as much as possible, so we can get that very slight glow, you could say. Like that. And then this purple also, we can add a little bit there. For some reason it's looking much darker on camera, but not, let me check. Over here, no, I think I can just darken this green. Oh, that is a lot of blue. Down there, some of it down here, like this. It will create, some sort of interest points, you could say. Like that. And then we can add some ripples onto the water. Something like this. A little bit this side also. Not too much, just very subtle, you could say. A bit here as well. Then with this purple we can add more of these plants sticking out. So we can make different variations of the tones. Okay, and then I'll add this inside here. So Kashinath, have you tried, practicing anything, when it comes to drawing or sketching? Since you said you're waiting for some sketching workshops to start, have you tried doing anything on your own? A bit there and a bit here. So there you go. It's a very simple, as compared to the previous workshop. Since that one was a little bit hard, I tried to go for something simpler and something you can do quickly as well. So that's been our lotus painting workshop. This is what we have made, and I hope you enjoyed that workshop, and I will see you all soon again tomorrow. So take care and bye bye.